Hey everybody, October 27th, Sunday evening, about 7 o'clock. So during the program, air quotes. I've talked about the program. It is something that spinal cord injury patients have to deal with that most normal humans don't. And it is because of a lack of sensation in your lower intestines and sometimes a lack of muscle control in your colon as well. It is a really important thing that they start to regulate your body. I think I've talked about programming, so that's why they call it the program. You're programmed to go at a certain time every night with a little bit of assistance. So anyhow, more on that later. Been a good weekend. Chris Benning, one of my old Polaris buddies, came by. Kind of surprised me when I hadn't heard from him for a little while, but I knew that he was thinking of me and would be here soon, and then was able to make it this weekend, which was awesome. Him and his wife Jordan, thank you guys for coming by, and Gus for transporting and getting him back and forth. Gus for watching my dog this week, and Brandon was in Las Vegas. I've talked a lot about these people, and hopefully I'll get to put these guys in video here for you soon. We get busy and everybody gets camera shy, I guess. This is my bathroom. As you can see in the background, there's a chair. It looks kind of like a wheelchair, but that actually is it's called a commode chair, another essential tool for the bathroom. I've got two of them. I'm actually sitting in a different one right now, but the one in the background is the one I'm likely to go home with, very similar to it. It's called an upright, which means that it's like a wheelchair and it functions like a wheelchair, but it's waterproof basically, and has a hole in it under your butt, and you're able to shower and administer the program that way. But it's basically like I can slide myself into it from my wheelchair, or will be able to slide myself into it, not yet, and then I will go do your thing in the morning basically. And that's one of those things they send you home with is kind of like that and the wheelchair are the two probably most essential pieces of equipment that they send you with and need to get you sized for before you leave. Anyhow, Chris gave me a pretty stellar shave today, probably one of the better ones I've gotten since I've been here at Craig. I've had a lot of different barbers, and some better than others, but I'm very gracious because I can't do it. So that's why they're all great. Everybody has done an awesome job. So thank you for giving me your time and doing that for me. Today, brushing my teeth, washing face, washing hands now. Got that pretty well good, so I can do that on my own, wheeling around when I'm in my wheelchair. My manual chair fits underneath the counter in here. You can't really see it, but the counter's open and I can get my legs underneath this sink, which is really kind of nice. That's a big accessibility option in a lot of these apartments that I'm looking at. They have countertops like that in the kitchen, a stove that basically you can get underneath like that, sinks and everything, and tables that are accessible, basically like set up like that. It's just little details nobody thinks about when you can stand on your own 2 feet. So just when you're moving around in a chair, that's what you have to do. We shot clay pigeons this weekend as a therapeutic rec outing. That was cool. I was excited about it. They actually let me shoot a 20-gauge shotgun, which was on a rest attached to a chair to basically hold the gun, and then my shoulder was still taking the recoil, and I'm doing the aiming. It's just I don't have a lot of swing with it, so good for shooting a rifle, which was I did air rifle pellet guns earlier in the week. I think there's some pictures floating around of that, and then that's promising because I can shoot a rifle. So now I've just got to figure out how to get into the woods, and the deer and the elk will be scared again. So hopefully all you hunters in Montana are having a good time and having some success. Dave, I'm proud of you. Hopefully you got a good nap in again today. I didn't hear of any reports or see any pictures, so I'm guessing that the wily critters have eluded you once again. but don't give up. The napping is an essential part to being a very, very talented elk hunter. Working through weekends are tough. I'm getting really tired on the weekends, so a lot of these T-Rec outings are super fun, but my weeks are getting harder and harder as they're ramping up my exercises and my programs, and the days are getting a little longer as they're pushing me, so the weekends are getting really important for recovery. Today I spent most of the day just in bed. I was awake, but just didn't have the strength really to get up, and resting is important, so forced myself to stay in bed a little longer than I normally would. Chris and I just hung out, drank coffee, and talked. We watched Idiocracy and the World Series highlights. Yeah, that was, again, an interesting game. Yeah, kind of a slugfest in the end, I think. But and then got out of bed literally for an hour, went outside to enjoy some sunshine, and walked with Carrie and Chris, and had just a nice little tour around campus. And then I went back to bed and got a shave. So that's kind of how the weekends are going, so I don't know that I'll be able to do much more recreational outings unless I'm getting more rest during the week. It's just really tough and falling behind. So I apologize. I know a lot of people are coming and planning on coming, but you have to bear with me on the weekends. I'm probably only going to be able to see you for a few hours here and there, as I need the rest and recuperation. And I've been kind of encouraging people, and when I talk to them, of making sure they try and get here during the week. I'm going to say that out loud is because it's awesome to see, and I'm getting everybody that comes and sees this place and has been there during the week, you really see some pretty magical stuff happen. So if you get the chance and you can pull it off and you want to come visit, I love the company during the days. Otherwise, I'm just by myself kind of cruising around. It's nice to have somebody to talk to through all my therapy sessions and as I'm on the table. And it's not as intense as it sounds like for you, as you'd think, like I can't talk as I'm breathing heavy. But no, I can, there's going to be somebody that can basically walk with me between stations, walk with me between classes every hour, go to lunch, just hang out. It's good to have company that way and during the week. So, and I'm alive and going. So on the weekdays, I'm way more attentive. So check this place out. That's all I can say. While I'm here, come check it out just for your own good. You'll never have to come to a place like this, but it's good to know they exist. Talked a lot about it today with Chris. It's just like, whew, great staff again. Just Joni today, Emily last night, Mary, TG, Chris, Peter, China, Emily, Nikki, and the list goes on. Like I say, when there's 10 people to one patient, it's like there's like 100 that have helped me and have all just been so good. So gratitude to that.